Did you know that the same vitamins millions of Americans take every morning to stay healthy could actually be blocking each other and even harming your body if taken the wrong way? For adults over 60, this isn't a small issue. It's the difference between strengthening your bones and silently weakening them, between improving your heart health and unknowingly putting it under stress. Magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, and K2 are three of the most recommended supplements for seniors. But here's the hidden danger no one talks about. When combined incorrectly or taken at the wrong time, they can cancel each other's benefits and throw off the delicate mineral balance that keeps your heart, bones, and nervous system stable. Imagine trying to charge your phone with a faulty cable. The energy doesn't flow right, and instead of recharging, you drain it faster. That's what happens inside your body when these nutrients collide without proper timing and dosage. If you've ever felt fatigued even after taking your vitamins, noticed muscle cramps despite supplementing with magnesium, or had calcium issues even while on vitamin D3 and K2, this video might reveal the reason why. Because when these nutrients interfere, your body can't absorb them properly, leading to the very deficiencies you thought you were preventing. And the truth is even more critical for people over 60. Your metabolism slows down, hormone levels shift, and your kidneys and liver process supplements differently than they did 20 years ago. What worked in your 40s might now be doing more harm than good, especially when it comes to minerals and fat-soluble vitamins. In this video, we'll decode the science of magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, and K2, how they should work together to build muscle, support bone density, and protect your heart, and the common mistakes that turn these nutrients into a toxic combo. Stay until the end, because I'll show you the exact sequence and timing your body needs to absorb them safely and effectively. Before you take another supplement, make sure you watch this to the end. Your health could depend on it. Did you know that some of the most trusted supplements for seniors, magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2, can quietly sabotage each other when taken the wrong way? Every day, millions of people over 60 wake up believing they're doing the right thing for their bones, their heart, and their energy. They take their vitamins with breakfast, check off that box, and move on. But inside the body, something completely different might be happening. Instead of helping, that combination could be blocking absorption, causing imbalance, and in some cases, putting unnecessary stress on your heart and kidneys. It's one of the most misunderstood supplement mistakes today. And it's silent. You won't feel the damage right away. You might just notice small things, fatigue that doesn't go away, restless sleep, sudden leg cramps, or even a heavy feeling in your chest when you climb stairs. Most people dismiss these signs as part of aging, but often they're not age at all. They're chemistry gone wrong. You see, the body is not a storage tank. It's a delicate electrical system that runs on precise timing. Every mineral and vitamin is like a wire in a circuit. When connected properly, energy flows freely. You feel calm, strong, alert, and balanced. But when you plug them in at the wrong time or overload one circuit, the system shorts. Magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, and K2 are like three powerful currents designed to flow together, but only in the right sequence. Combine them carelessly, and instead of harmony, you get interference. Let's break that down in simple terms. Magnesium glycinate helps relax your muscles, calm your nerves, and control your heartbeat. Vitamin D3 acts like a key. It unlocks calcium absorption so your bones stay dense and strong. Vitamin K2 is the traffic officer. It tells calcium where to go, pushing it into your bones and teeth instead of your arteries. When taken correctly, these three nutrients create one of the most powerful shields against osteoporosis, muscle loss, and even heart disease. But when taken together, especially at the wrong time of day or in incorrect doses, they compete for absorption. Magnesium, for instance, can suppress the very enzymes that activate vitamin D3. Meanwhile, vitamin D3 pulls calcium into your bloodstream faster than K2 can direct it, leading to calcium buildup in the wrong places, like blood vessels and soft tissues. Over time, this can mean stiffer arteries, irregular heartbeat, or kidney strain. It's like three workers trying to build a house, but using different blueprints, each one doing their job, but the structure ending up unstable. This is why some people notice their blood tests getting worse even after months of supplements. Their magnesium levels drop despite taking it daily. Their vitamin D rises too fast and triggers fatigue or headaches. Their calcium numbers look normal, but their arteries start to harden. It's not the vitamins, it's the combination. The truth is, your body can't multitask chemistry. It works in rhythm, not chaos. Imagine your day as a cycle of internal tides. Morning is when your body gears up. Hormones like cortisol rise, metabolism speeds up, and nutrient absorption kicks in. That's when fat-soluble vitamins like D3 and K2 work best, especially if taken with breakfast containing healthy fats like avocado or eggs. But magnesium, it's your night mineral. It restores, relaxes, and resets the nervous system. Taking it too early competes with D3's job and confuses your body's natural rhythm. You end up tired in the morning and restless at night. For seniors, this mistake hits harder. After 60, the gut absorbs nutrients more slowly, stomach acid decreases, and enzyme production drops. The same supplement routine that worked 10 years ago may now backfire. And because your liver and kidneys filter nutrients more delicately, any overlap, especially with minerals like magnesium and calcium, can cause subtle toxicity or imbalances that mimic other health problems. Here's the hidden danger. You won't know it's happening until your body starts signaling distress. For some, it's a twitching eyelid or tight calves. For others, it's dizziness, irregular heartbeat, or waking up at 3 a.m. for no reason. These are your body's SOS signals, a way of saying, stop mixing them, give me order. The good news? You can fix this quickly once you understand timing. When taken properly, these nutrients can rebuild your strength, support your heart, and calm your nerves naturally, without drugs, without side effects. But that only happens when they flow in harmony, not collision. So before you take another capsule, pause, look at the label. Think about when and how you're taking it. Because sometimes the difference between healing and harm isn't the supplement itself, it's the sequence. In the next part, we'll decode exactly what happens when magnesium glycinate enters your bloodstream and why taking it at the wrong time of day could cancel out your body's ability to absorb vitamin D and K altogether. This is where the real science begins. Most people think of magnesium as just another supplement for leg cramps or sleep, but the truth is far deeper. Magnesium glycinate isn't just a mineral, it's the conductor of your body's electrical orchestra. Every heartbeat, every muscle contraction, every nerve impulse depends on it. Without enough magnesium, your body becomes like a light flickering on a weak current, unstable, inconsistent, and easily overwhelmed. For adults over 60, magnesium becomes even more critical because the body's ability to store and absorb it declines with age. Medications, caffeine, and even stress quietly drain your magnesium reserves day after day. You might not notice at first, but the signs are everywhere. Restless legs, poor sleep, muscle stiffness, anxiety, and fatigue. It's not just aging. It's your body running low on the very mineral that keeps your cells calm. Magnesium glycinate is the most absorbable form of magnesium, often called the gentle giant. The word glycinate means it's bound to glycine, an amino acid that helps relax your brain and muscles simultaneously. That's why this form is often used for deep sleep and recovery. When you take it at the right time, usually in the evening, it helps your muscles unwind, stabilizes your heartbeat, and tells your nervous system it's time to rest. But timing is everything. Taken at the wrong hour, especially too close to vitamin D3 or K2, it can quietly interfere with how those nutrients do their job. Magnesium is essential for converting vitamin D3 into its active form inside the liver and kidneys. But if both enter your system at once, the process becomes chaotic. Your body gets flooded with competing signals, vitamin D asking for activation and magnesium trying to calm the system down. Instead of balance, you end up with a biochemical tug of war. That's why some people who take all three together complain of feeling wired but tired. They can't sleep at night yet still feel sluggish in the morning. Their blood calcium rises, but their bones don't get stronger. Magnesium was meant to help, but because of timing, it ends up being overpowered. The problem isn't the supplement, it's the sequence. Think of magnesium as your body's internal thermostat. During the day, your system is in go mode. Metabolism increases, vitamin D3 kicks in, and hormones like cortisol naturally rise to keep you alert. But at night, your body shifts gears. That's when magnesium takes over, lowering cortisol, relaxing your arteries, and preparing your body for cellular repair. Taking magnesium too early interrupts that natural rhythm, like dimming the lights while the sun is still shining. Here's the fascinating part. Magnesium doesn't just calm your muscles, it calms your mind. It helps regulate neurotransmitters like GABA, which control anxiety and sleep. Without enough magnesium, GABA levels drop, and you feel restless, anxious, or mentally foggy. It also stabilizes insulin, helping control blood sugar spikes that often lead to nighttime awakenings or cravings. In essence, magnesium is your built-in stress shield, protecting you from the internal chaos that builds up through the day. Now, combine this with how vitamin D3 works. Vitamin D increases calcium absorption. Calcium contracts your muscles, magnesium relaxes them. They are biological opposites, meant to balance each other, but only when they act in different phases of your day. When taken together, you get contraction and relaxation signals at the same time. The result? Cramps, twitching, fatigue, or poor sleep. It's your body receiving mixed messages. That's why it's best to think of magnesium not as part of your morning supplement stack, but as your evening ritual. When taken a few hours after dinner separately from D3 and K2, it works in silence, restoring your muscles and nervous system overnight. You wake up calmer, lighter, and mentally clearer. Many people describe it as waking up without the heavy feeling. That's your nervous system finally recharging instead of struggling through the night. Another overlooked benefit of magnesium is its effect on inflammation and heart health. Magnesium helps your arteries stay flexible, reduces blood pressure, and prevents calcium from building up in the walls of your blood vessels. But again, if taken with D3 and K2 at the wrong time, that benefit can flip. The excess calcium drawn by D3 may start depositing before magnesium can guide it out, leading to stiffness instead of strength. So, the key is not to avoid magnesium, it's to give it its moment. Let it work alone, in peace, during the body's repair window. Think of it as the night watchman of your health. Quiet, steady, but absolutely essential. And here's the hopeful part. When you take magnesium the right way, you'll notice results within days. Your sleep deepens, morning stiffness fades, your heartbeat steadies, and even your mood begins to lift. That's your nervous system thanking you for restoring order. But magnesium is only one side of the story. Next, we'll decode its partner in this delicate trio, vitamin D3, the sunshine hormone, and reveal why taking it at the wrong time can trigger fatigue, calcium buildup, and hidden inflammation inside your arteries. Most people think of vitamin D3 as the bone vitamin, but in truth, it's not just a vitamin. It's a hormone that controls more than 2,000 functions inside your body. It regulates your immune system, supports your heart, strengthens your bones, balances your mood, and even helps protect against age-related decline. Yet, for all its importance, few realize that vitamin D3 is a team player. It was never designed to work alone. Here's the irony. Millions of people over 60 are being told to take more vitamin D3. Doctors, magazines, and online health blogs all repeat the same message. Boost your D levels. But what they don't tell you is that taking vitamin D3 without understanding its timing, its partners, and its role inside your metabolism can lead to one of the most dangerous nutrient imbalances in the body. Because when D3 works without magnesium and vitamin K2 in sync, it doesn't strengthen your bones, it misguides your calcium. To understand this, picture vitamin D3 as a key that unlocks calcium from your food and bloodstream. It tells your intestines to absorb more calcium, pulling it into circulation. That sounds great, right? But here's the catch. Vitamin D3 doesn't control where that calcium goes. It can't tell the difference between your bones and your arteries. Without the right signals, the calcium it activates may start to deposit in your blood vessels instead of your bones, creating silent stiffness in the very arteries that feed your heart and brain. That's why taking high doses of vitamin D3 alone or at the wrong time can backfire. Your calcium levels rise, your magnesium stores get drained trying to balance it, and your vitamin K2, the nutrient that's supposed to act as traffic control, can't keep up. Over time, this combination can lead to muscle tightness, kidney stones, calcification of arteries, or even a slower heartbeat. You think you're protecting your bones, but inside, your body is struggling to maintain equilibrium. For seniors, this risk multiplies. After age 60, the skin produces less vitamin D naturally from sunlight. That's why many rely on supplements. But if your magnesium levels are already low, which is extremely common in older adults, your body can't even convert vitamin D3 into its active form, calcitriol. It stays inactive, circulating without purpose while calcium begins to misfire. The result? You might have normal vitamin D blood levels, but still suffer fatigue, bone pain, or weakness because your cells can't use it properly. This is where timing becomes crucial. Vitamin D3 should be taken early in the day, ideally in the morning or around lunchtime when your body, cortisol and metabolism are naturally higher. That's when your digestive system is primed to absorb fat-soluble nutrients, and your hormonal rhythm matches D3's activation cycle. Pairing it with healthy fats like eggs, salmon, or avocado allows it to dissolve and move efficiently through your system, but taking it late at night or with magnesium can confuse your circadian rhythm and interfere with how your body processes calcium during rest. When vitamin D3 enters your system, it signals your intestines to absorb calcium and your bones to store it. But to complete that process safely, two other nutrients must step in: magnesium, which activates D3, and vitamin K2, which directs the calcium to the right destination. Without this coordination, calcium behaves like traffic without lights. It goes wherever it wants. That's how soft tissue calcification begins, one of the hidden contributors to heart disease and brittle arteries in older adults. Now imagine your body like a well-planned city. Vitamin D3 is the builder. It delivers the raw materials. Magnesium is the power grid. It energizes the process. And vitamin K2 is the traffic officer. It makes sure everything ends up in the right place. Remove one and chaos begins. Calcium piles up in the wrong neighborhoods, leading to problems you can't see but eventually feel. Stiffness, slower circulation, fatigue, even memory fog due to reduced oxygen flow. But here's the empowering truth. When D3 is balanced properly, it transforms how your body feels. Energy rises, mood stabilizes, bones strengthen, and inflammation drops. Your immune system becomes sharper, your joints feel looser, and even your heart functions more smoothly. You'll feel the difference, not in days, but in how you wake up, clearer, lighter, and more alive. The secret is not to fear vitamin D3, but to respect its complexity. It's powerful, but it needs rhythm. It needs magnesium's steady hand and K2's guiding direction. Taken too late, too often, or with the wrong partner, it becomes disruptive. But taken at the right time, in the morning with healthy fats and balanced minerals, it becomes one of your body's greatest allies. So before reaching for that next capsule, remember this: health is not built by isolated nutrients, but by harmony. Your body is an orchestra, and vitamin D3 without its magnesium and K2 duet plays out of tune. In the next part, we'll explore the quiet hero of this trio, vitamin K2, the nutrient that decides whether calcium builds your bones or hardens your arteries. Understanding its timing could be the difference between protection and damage. If vitamin D3 is the key that unlocks calcium and magnesium is the spark that activates it, then vitamin K2 is the quiet hero that decides where that calcium ends up. Think of it as the traffic controller of your body, the one standing at the busy intersection of your bloodstream, waving calcium toward your bones and away from your arteries. Without K2's direction, that calcium traffic turns chaotic, piling up in the wrong places and slowly hardening the body from the inside out. For decades, scientists believed calcium alone was the solution for bone strength. Seniors were told, take your calcium and vitamin D, that's all you need. But as research evolved, we discovered a darker side of that advice. Calcium without K2 is like cement without a mold. It hardens wherever it lands. And when it settles in your arteries, joints, or kidneys instead of your bones, the result isn't strength, it's stiffness. Vitamin K2's role is beautifully simple, yet profoundly important. It activates two special proteins, osteocalcin and matrix GLA protein. Osteocalcin carries calcium into the bones and teeth, while matrix GLA protein blocks it from sticking to the soft tissues and arteries. In other words, K2 doesn't just help you use calcium, it tells your body where to use it. Without enough K2, your body continues absorbing calcium under vitamin D3 signal, but loses control over where that calcium is stored. That's how arterial calcification begins. quietly, painlessly, over years. Now, here's where it connects back to timing. When vitamin D3 and K2 are taken together in the morning, they work in harmony. D3 brings calcium into your bloodstream and K2 guides it straight to your bones. But when K2 is missing or delayed, calcium lingers in circulation too long. Combine that with low magnesium, which normally helps keep blood vessels relaxed, and you create the perfect storm for stiffness, fatigue, and long-term cardiovascular stress. For people over 60, this mistake is far more common than most realize. Your body's natural K2 levels drop as you age, especially if your diet lacks fermented foods like natto, sauerkraut, or aged cheeses, the richest sources of natural K2. Add years of calcium supplements without proper K2 balance, and the buildup begins silently. You won't see it, but you'll feel it. Heavier legs, slower movement, shortness of breath, or unexplained high blood pressure. Those are early whispers of calcium stuck in places it doesn't belong. What's even more fascinating is how K2 supports energy. By keeping arteries flexible, it improves circulation, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach your muscles and brain more efficiently. Better blood flow means sharper focus, warmer hands and feet, and a stronger heart. That's why people who correct their K2 deficiency often report feeling lighter, clearer, and more energetic within weeks. It's not a placebo. It's better oxygen delivery. The beauty of K2 lies in its precision. It doesn't flood your body with more nutrients. It simply teaches your system how to use what's already there. It's the missing piece in the calcium vitamin puzzle that modern medicine overlooked for decades. And it's what transforms vitamin D3 from a potential risk into a powerful ally. But like every nutrient in this trio, timing and isolation matter. K2 should always be taken with vitamin D3, ideally in the morning, but never alongside magnesium. Magnesium works on the nervous system, K2 on the circulatory system. Combining them too closely confuses your absorption pattern and can make both less effective. Another key point, not all K2S are the same. The form known as MK7, found in fermented foods, stays active in the body longer, up to 72 hours, giving your calcium plenty of time to find its way home. MK4, another form, acts faster but fades sooner. For long-term bone and heart health, MK7 is the superior choice. Think of your bones as storage banks for calcium and your arteries as highways. K2's job is to keep those highways clear so traffic flows smoothly. Without it, those highways get jammed with deposits that don't belong there. The result? Slower circulation, higher blood pressure, and increased risk of heart disease. With it, everything flows: blood, oxygen, and vitality. So, if you've been taking vitamin D3 for years but still feel fatigued, achy, or stiff, the missing link might not be more D3. It might be vitamin K2. Because no matter how much calcium you absorb, if it doesn't reach the right place, it can't do its job. When K2, D3, and magnesium are used in the right rhythm, they create what scientists call a metabolic triangle of strength. Bones grow denser, arteries stay flexible, and your body's internal energy grid works without friction. In the next part, we'll decode exactly how to take these three nutrients safely, the correct sequence, timing, and combination that turns this confusing trio into a powerful daily protocol for stronger bones, calmer nerves, and a healthier heart. The secret to using magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2 safely isn't about how much you take. It's about when you take them. Because inside your body, timing is chemistry. Every nutrient has its own clock, its own rhythm. And when you align those rhythms with your body's natural cycles, something amazing happens. Your energy returns, your sleep deepens, and your bones grow stronger without strain. But when those rhythms collide, even good supplements can turn against each other. Your body doesn't absorb all nutrients equally throughout the day. Some vitamins need sunlight, others need calm darkness. Some thrive with food, others prefer an empty stomach. Understanding this natural dance is what separates those who heal from those who wonder why their supplements don't seem to work anymore. Let's start with the morning, the activation phase. When you wake up, your metabolism rises, cortisol peaks, and your digestive system prepares to absorb fat-soluble nutrients. This is the perfect window for vitamin D3 and K2. These two belong together, they're morning partners. D3 activates calcium absorption, and K2 immediately directs it toward your bones and away from your arteries. That's why the ideal time to take vitamin D3 and K2 is with breakfast or your first meal, preferably one that includes healthy fats like eggs, salmon, olive oil, or avocado. Fat acts as a transport vehicle, helping D3 and K2 dissolve and move efficiently through your bloodstream. Together, they strengthen your bones, stabilize hormones, and improve focus throughout the day. Now comes the mistake most people make. They add magnesium into that same mix. The truth is, magnesium glycinate belongs to the evening. It's your body's calm down mineral, the one that lowers cortisol, relaxes muscles, and restores balance to the nervous system after the day's stress. Taking it in the morning dulls your alertness and can compete with vitamin D3 for absorption. Think of it this way. D3 and K2 are like sunlight. They energize. Magnesium is like moonlight. It restores. You don't want both at the same time. So here's the optimal sequence. Morning, 7 to 10 a.m. Take vitamin D3 plus vitamin K2 together with your first meal. DEA included healthy fats for absorption. Avocado, olive oil, nuts or eggs. Avoid coffee immediately after. Caffeine can temporarily block fat-soluble vitamin absorption. DEA drink water to stay hydrated. Dehydration reduces nutrient transport efficiency. Evening 7 to 9 p.m. Take magnesium glycinate about 1 to 2 hours after dinner. Avoid pairing it with dairy, calcium supplements, or D3 at night. Drink a glass of warm water or herbal tea to aid relaxation and support magnesium's calming effect. This simple rhythm, light in the morning, calm in the evening, is how your body naturally resets. You give D3 and K2 the daylight they need to activate your metabolism, and magnesium the darkness it needs to restore your nervous system. Here's why this works so beautifully for people over 60. Your circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock, becomes more fragile with age. The hormones that control energy, digestion, and sleep often lose sync. Morning fatigue, afternoon slumps, or restless nights are all signs of a rhythm out of balance. By separating your supplements into morning and evening cycles, you reprogram that clock. D3 and K2 wake your cells up. Magnesium tells them when to rest. It's the biological equivalent of tuning a piano. Each key finally hits the right note, but timing also protects you from toxicity. Taking D3 too late can raise calcium levels when your body should be winding down, increasing the risk of nighttime cramps or heart strain. Magnesium taken too early can lower blood pressure and slow energy production during your most active hours. It's not about fear, it's about precision. Another small but powerful detail, hydration. Both magnesium and D3 rely on adequate fluid movement through your blood and cells. Seniors often underestimate how dehydration impacts nutrient absorption. Without enough water, your body struggles to distribute these vitamins evenly, leading to fatigue, headaches, and sluggish metabolism, even if your dosage is correct. Consistency matters more than dose. When you take your supplements at the same time every day, your body begins to anticipate them. Enzymes activate faster, hormones align, and absorption improves naturally. That's how real transformation happens, not from a new pill, but from steady rhythm. Imagine this sequence like a symphony: morning, sunlight, food, D3 and K2. Evening, calm, quiet, magnesium. Each plays its part. Each restores balance. Within a week, you'll feel subtle changes, more energy after breakfast, better sleep, fewer cramps, and a calmer heartbeat. Within a month, your body learns the pattern. Bones strengthen, muscles relax, and your entire system hums in sync. This is how you turn 3 common supplements into one powerful healing protocol. It's not about adding more. It's about letting each do its job at the right time. In the next section, we'll look at the warning signs your timing is off. The small signals your body sends when your nutrients are fighting instead of cooperating. Recognizing them early could save you from months of confusion, fatigue, and imbalance. Your body is always speaking. The problem is, most people never learn how to listen. When magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2 fall out of rhythm, your body doesn't stay silent. It whispers first, then shouts. Those whispers show up as little signals we tend to brush off. A restless night, a cramp in the calf, a flutter in the chest, or that odd fatigue that no amount of coffee seems to fix. These aren't random annoyances, they're your internal dashboard lights flashing imbalance ahead. For adults over 60, these signs appear faster because your cells are more sensitive to shifts in minerals and hormones. The same supplement routine that once helped can start creating friction as metabolism slows and absorption changes. Let's decode the signals one by one. The first and most common red flag is muscle cramping or twitching. You might feel it in your legs at night or in your hands when gripping something. This often happens when vitamin D3 pulls calcium into your blood faster than magnesium can regulate it. Calcium contracts, magnesium relaxes. Without enough magnesium to balance D3's activity, your muscles stay switched on. The result is tightness, tension, and sleep that never feels deep. Then there's fatigue and mental fog. This occurs when D3 levels rise while magnesium runs low. Your body tries to activate vitamin D, but that conversion process requires magnesium. Without it, D3 remains inactive, your mitochondria underperform, and you feel drained even after a full night's rest. You might think you're low on energy because of age, but in truth, your cells are simply waiting for the right cofactor to turn the lights back on. Heart palpitations or a pounding heartbeat are another early sign. Magnesium regulates electrical rhythm in the heart. When it's depleted, often because D3 increased calcium too quickly, your heartbeat can become irregular. It's not always dangerous, but it's a clear message. Your minerals are out of sync. Many seniors mistake this for anxiety, yet it's often the body begging for mineral order, not emotional calm. Next comes bone or joint pain. Ironically, this can appear even when you're taking plenty of vitamin D and calcium. Why? Because without adequate K2, the calcium doesn't reach the bones. It lingers in soft tissues and joints, creating stiffness instead of strength. You might feel as though your bones are weakening despite all your effort to support them. In reality, your body is storing the nutrients in the wrong places. Insomnia or shallow sleep is another telltale sign. Magnesium's job is to calm the nervous system and trigger melatonin, the sleep hormone. When you take it too early in the day or mix it with D3, that calm never arrives at night. You lie awake with a tired body but a racing mind. Over time, this pattern of poor sleep raises cortisol, the stress hormone, which further blocks magnesium absorption, creating a cycle of exhaustion and imbalance. You might also notice headaches, anxiety, or mood swings. These occur when your brain's GABA and serotonin pathways lose stability due to magnesium deficiency. When combined with excess vitamin D3, which increases calcium signaling in the brain, it can lead to overstimulation, a restless mind that won't settle. The emotional roller coaster isn't just stress, it's chemistry asking for correction. Another overlooked clue is digestive discomfort. Too much magnesium at once, or the wrong form, can lead to loose stools or bloating, a sign your body can't absorb that dose properly. Meanwhile, D3 deficiency can slow digestion, making you feel heavy and sluggish. When one goes too high and the other too low, your gut becomes confused, leading to irregularity, discomfort, or even poor nutrient absorption. The good news? Your body isn't malfunctioning. It's reporting data. Every cramp, every sleepless night, every burst of fatigue is feedback. And once you understand the pattern, you can correct it fast. The key is to observe your daily rhythm. If you feel wired in the morning and drained by evening, your magnesium timing might be off. If your sleep improves but your joints stiffen, your D3 to K2 ratio may need adjustment. If your energy drops after meals containing supplements, spacing or dosage could be the issue. The body thrives on balance, not abundance. More isn't better. Better timing is better. Once you realign these nutrients with your body's natural rhythm, D3 plus K2 in the morning, magnesium glycinate at night, those warning signs begin to fade. Muscles loosen, heartbeat steadies, sleep deepens, and the fog lifts. Within weeks, you feel that familiar sense of ease again, the calm strength that tells you your body is finally working with you, not against you. And that's the miracle of listening. The same whispers that once warned you of imbalance now guide you back to health. In the next part, we'll bring it all together. How to build a smart supplement strategy designed specifically for adults over 60. You'll learn the simplest way to pair foods, timing, and nutrients so your body never has to fight for balance again. After all the science, timing, and warnings, it all comes down to this: simplicity. Your body doesn't need a cabinet full of pills. It needs rhythm, consistency, and the right combination of support. Once you understand how magnesium glycinate, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2 work together, balance stops being complicated. It becomes second nature. For adults over 60, health isn't about doing more, it's about doing smarter. You've spent decades listening to your body, but now it's time to fine-tune it. The goal isn't to flood your system with nutrients, it's to give your body what it can actually use. Let's build your smart supplement strategy, the routine that helps you absorb better, sleep deeper, and age stronger. Your day should begin the way your metabolism does, slowly and purposefully. After you wake, drink a glass of water to rehydrate your system. Then, within your first meal, take vitamin D3 and K2 together. These two belong in your sunlight cycle. Choose a breakfast rich in healthy fats, eggs, avocado, nuts, or olive oil. Fat helps D3 dissolve and reach your bloodstream efficiently, while K2 directs calcium where it belongs, into your bones and teeth, not your arteries. If you like, pair this with a cup of green tea or herbal tea, but wait at least 20 minutes before coffee. Caffeine taken too soon can interfere with fat-soluble vitamin absorption. This is your activation moment, the part of the day when your body starts building, not breaking down. D3 and K2 are your morning builders. You don't need to add more supplements midday. Let your body use what you gave it in the morning. Focus instead on hydration and balanced meals. Foods naturally rich in magnesium, like spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, or dark chocolate, support your internal mineral rhythm without overwhelming your system. This is the time to stay active. Movement enhances calcium absorption and keeps blood flowing to your muscles and bones. Even a short walk after lunch can dramatically improve how your body uses these nutrients. Remember, motion is metabolism. This is when your body switches from building to healing. About 1 to 2 hours after dinner, take your magnesium glycinate. It's the quiet hero of your night. As D3 and K2 finish their daytime work, magnesium steps in to calm your muscles, lower cortisol, and help you transition into deep sleep. Avoid pairing it with dairy or calcium supplements at night. They compete for absorption. Instead, take it with a small glass of water or warm herbal tea. As you rest, magnesium restores the energy you spent throughout the day. This is when your heart rate slows, your arteries relax, and your brain clears waste from your nervous system. That's why the next morning feels lighter, because your body actually repaired overnight. A truly smart routine isn't static, it's responsive. If you feel sluggish or experience mild cramping, that's your signal to check your magnesium timing. If your energy feels high but sleep suffers, look at your D3 dosage or the time you take it. If stiffness returns or blood pressure fluctuates, your K2 might need a small increase. Your body tells you everything you need to know. You just need to observe and adjust gently. Supplements are tools, not replacements. The best results come when you combine them with food that supports their function. EA leafy greens and seeds naturally raise magnesium. DH fatty fish, eggs, and mushrooms boost vitamin D. E fermented foods like natto, cheese, and sauerkraut feed you vitamin K2. By aligning your diet with your supplement strategy, you create a self-sustaining rhythm. Your body starts maintaining its own balance with less external help. When you separate what energizes you from what relaxes you, something profound happens. Your body begins to trust its own timing again. You wake up more alert. Your energy stays stable through the day, and sleep arrives gently at night. Your heartbeat feels steady, your mind calmer, your movements lighter. That's what real balance feels like. It's not just more health, it's peace inside your chemistry. So before you take another capsule, pause and remember, it's not what you take, it's when and how you take it that heals you. Let your morning begin with sunlight, your meals with nourishment, and your nights with rest. Magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2 were never enemies. They just needed space to do their jobs. When you give them that, your body rewards you with clarity, strength, and longevity. Because true health isn't built by force, it's built by rhythm. And now, you've learned how to find yours again.